Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, April 16th, 2018. I'm Fredicia Liebert. Exposition Nevis, a month of tourism awareness activities, was officially launched on Sunday, April 15th, when the staff at the Ministry of Tourism joined the worship service at the Fenton Hill Church of God of Prophecy. The purpose of Exposition Nevis is to sensitize the general public of the role and purpose of the Ministry of Tourism and, by extension, the critical impact that the industry has on the economy of Nevis.
The theme for this year's Exposition Nevis is Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well. The Caribbean Tourism Organization CTO has designated 2018 as the year of wellness and rejuvenation for the Caribbean, and as such, we have decided to align our theme with this designation. Nevis is no stranger to this phenomenon, as people claim healing and restoration from the mineral-laden waters of the Bath Hot Springs, and this led to the establishment of the region's first hotel, the Bath Hotel, in 1778. We have seen here in Nevis in modern times a proliferation of health and wellness activities and enterprises. Yoga, spas, gymnasium, the Fit Games Center at Bath Plains, holistic medicine, renewed interest in herbal medicines and bush teas and organic foods, as well as dietary control to manage chronic non-communicable diseases such as hypertension and diabetes, which have become alarmingly widespread.
John Hanley, Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, who launched the month of activities on behalf of Premier and Minister of Tourism, the Honourable Mark Brantley, commended the staff at the Ministry of Tourism under the chairmanship of Lydia Lawrence for putting together the exciting calendar of activities.
We encourage you to eat well at the Jessup's Seafood Fiesta and the New River Farmers Association Open Day. We want you to live well as you hike to the waterfalls or to Saddle Hill. And we implore you to be well at the yoga event at the Fit Games Center at Bath Plains. The ministry also invites one and all to join us on May 26th at our Tourism Awards Gala at the prestigious Four Seasons Resort Nevis, as we celebrate the outstanding achievements of our distinguished tourism practitioners, those individuals whose smiles, passion, long years of dedicated service, and winning personalities have helped to make Nevis a truly healthy and rejuvenating destination. On behalf of the Honourable Premier and Minister of Tourism, I take great pleasure in declaring Exposition Nevis 2018 officially open.
Meantime, during an interview with the Department of Information, Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, John Hanley, spoke about one of the activities for Exposition Nevis 2018, which is hospitality immersion.
Here we invite the primary and secondary school students to visit our tourism professionals in their working environment, to get a feel of how the beds are made, how the tables are set, how the gardens are landscaped, etc., and to hear these people talk about the experience, to share their passion with the students. And hopefully this event will stimulate the students to eventually become tourism practitioners themselves later on.
The Permanent Secretary then invited persons to support the activities for Exposition Nevis.
I want us to focus, as I said earlier, on the theme of health and rejuvenation, wellness and rejuvenation. We find that persons have been broadly, or generally speaking, neglecting their health, and there's also a very strong link between tourism and health. We have sports tourism, and there are many things that one could participate in terms of sports tourism. There are hikes, there are marathons and triathlons and so on that one could be involved in, swimming, diving, and so on. And also we have spas, we have people on the island who do yoga, etc. So there is quite a lot that is targeted towards health and wellness. As a matter of fact, I want to point out that the global wellness sector accounts for something like $3.72 trillion. So it is a sector of the tourism industry that has a lot of potential in it. So I would encourage everyone to participate in Exposition Nevis. Come on out, participate in the events, and feel the vibes that are associated with improving your own health, and also encourage our visitors to participate in all the activities that we have on the island that will contribute to their health and their well-being.
The third edition of Exposition Nevis began on Sunday 15th April and will conclude on Saturday 26th May 2018. As part of Youth Month 2018, the Department of Youth is hosting a number of activities to celebrate the month. One of the activities is a dance exercise. Director of Youth, Zanella Claxton, went into detail about tomorrow's activity.
On Tuesday, the 17th of April, we have the first ever You Fit Youth Dance Exercise program, and it promotes SDG number 3, good health and well-being. We're encouraging all of our young people and all of our people to get involved in some form of fitness activity. And because it's youth and it's Youth Month, we decided to go with dancing because young people are very rhythmic and they like creative things, and so we went with a dance exercise. And so we're inviting all young people out to join us at the Villa Grounds on Tuesday 17th April and on Tuesday 4th April for the You Fit Youth Dance Exercise program as part of Youth Month 2018. It starts at 5 p.m. and it ends at 6 p.m. and we'll have some complimentary items for you. Just come on out. There's no registration fee, and so we want you to be a part of it and to be involved in achieving good health and well-being.
Youth Month began with an address by the Minister of Youth, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, then a 2-week Easter camp dubbed Camp Goals, beginning on Tuesday 3rd April and concluded on Friday 13th April with an educational rally that ended at the Nevis Cultural Village. The month also consisted of a quest, a quality education sound training program for teenagers. Youth Month is being celebrated under the theme, Securing Our Future, One Goal at a Time. Still to come,
it will be our responsibility to draft and develop a final report which will inform relevant policy decisions regarding marijuana use.
The details after this break.
I cannot miss this festival this year. I gotta be there. Gotta be there. Gotta be there.
Welcome back. The second in a series of town hall meetings facilitated by the St. Kitts and Nevis National Marijuana Commission on the issue of marijuana use in the Federation was held at the St. Paul's Anglican Church Hall on Thursday, April 12th. The aim of the meeting was to ascertain views regarding the current laws on marijuana use in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Cannabis, or marijuana, is easily the most commonly used illicit substance globally. In 2013, almost 182 million persons within the productive age range of about 15 to 64 years used cannabis for recreational purposes. There is now an increasing demand for cannabis for medical purposes. Persons within the Caribbean region and in our federation use marijuana.
As noted by Dr. Hazel Laws, chairman of the St. Kitts and Nevis National Marijuana Commission, based on the Local Drugs Act of 2002, the possession and use of marijuana remain illegal.
An increasing number of persons living in St. Kitts and Nevis have joined the lobby asking for amendments to the local laws. And so the government convened this National Marijuana Commission in response to this cry. Our mandate is to, 1, conduct a situational analysis and explore the latest evidence regarding the social, medical, legal, economic, and religious implications of use of marijuana and its derivatives. Our aim is also to engage all the people of the Federation through town hall meetings such as these. And we hope to also conduct focus group discussions in order to share the facts and evidence and ascertained your position on the complex issues of marijuana. We are also supposed to interface with the CARICOM Marijuana Commission, and ultimately, it will be our responsibility to draft and develop a final report which will inform relevant policy decisions regarding marijuana use.
Similar town hall meetings are slated for April 19th on St. Kitts and April 26th on Nevis. Meantime, today, Monday, April 16th, the St. Kitts and Nevis National Marijuana Commission was expected to commence a national survey on the issue of marijuana use in the Federation.
The aim of this study is to try and determine the scale of use of marijuana within the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. And so we want you to look out for the enumerators, and we ask that you would facilitate them. You know, if you're asked to participate, we hope that you'll be willing to do so, because the information will be useful to the Marijuana Commission.
Chairman of the St. Kitts and Nevis National Marijuana Commission, Dr. Hazel Laws. Nigel Encalada, a United Nations educational, scientific, and cultural organization UNESCO consultant, says it is very timely that the Federation has made a request for international assistance with its project captioned Safeguarding St. Kitts and Nevis Intangible Cultural Heritage. Encalada, director of the Institute of Social and Cultural Research in Belize, recently facilitated meetings with representatives from local government departments, NGOs, public and private organizations, traditions bearers, and community stakeholders on the project.
It is my pleasure to be representing UNESCO on this mission to St. Kitts and Nevis with the objective of developing a proposal for a request for international assistance so that St. Kitts and Nevis can proceed with the full implementation of the 2003 Convention for the Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage. As you know, the intangible cultural heritage now is recognized as the frontier in terms of culture, the new frontier for developing countries. It is the one thing, for example, in the Caribbean that we view as an asset. It is part of a global renown.
Marlene Phillips, Research and Documentation Officer in the Department of Culture on St. Kitts, is the lead focal point for the project, while Pauline Gunjuri, Deputy Director of the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, is the secondary league focal point.
We are very happy to be working with Pauline and Marlene toward the development of this proposal, and during the course of the week we'll be meeting with various stakeholders and agreeing on a framework for a proposal that incorporates both St. Kitts and Nevis and the needs of the Federation in what will be phase one of the longer term implementation of the 2003 Convention.
The Research and Documentation Unit of the St. Kitts Department of Culture is collaborating with the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, the Nevis Cultural Development Foundation, and relevant stakeholders on the project. The main goal is to create a list of intangible cultural heritage for St. Kitts and Nevis. That's how we wrap up this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Felicia Liebert. Thank you for viewing.
At a loss as to what's going on in Nevis? Tune into NNC on NTV. Don't worry if you don't have cable either. NNC will bring the news to you wherever you are. Facebook and Facebook Live. YouTube and YouTube Live. NevisTVOnline.com. Roku app, NTV mobile app, Smart TV, Apple TV, and any other IPTV platforms. When me ANC and you ANC, NNC.